So throughout the 80s to the early 2000s, it seemed to be all the rage to adapt like multiple comic books and graphic novels into movies. And to me, there were none that did it as uniquely and excitingly as in 1994 when Miramax brought James O'Barr's The Crow to the big screen. Now, The Crow tells the tragic story of Eric Draven and Shelley Webster as on Halloween night, the night that they are to be wed, they are brutally accosted in their home by a group of Neanderthal assholes who absolutely decimate their entire ideas of getting married and starting their lives together. They do some of the most disgusting, unheard of things to Shelley and kill her, and then throw Eric out of a six-story window, killing him. 1 year later, Eric rises from the dead through the power of a magical and mystical crow, and he comes back and takes his revenge. The Crow comic is beautifully written and illustrated, and it's one of my all time favorites. And it's unique because The Crow, even though it is a superhero story, it's a vigilante story, it's not really a superhero story. It's not even an anti-hero story. It's a revenge story. It's very much so along the lines of movies like I Spit on Your Grave, wherein something absolutely devastating happens to your main character and they come back stronger than ever and exact their revenge. The original Crow movie starring Brandon Lee released in 1994. And now here we are 30 years later, and Paramount Pictures has brought to us finally a fitting 4K UHD presentation, brand new scan of The Crow with an amazing physical media packaging and not one, but two steelbooks. Let's jump into these. Folks, you will have to excuse me a bit. Spring has sprung, allergies are full blown, so I'm trying to make it through this review and unboxing for you the best I can, but I keep having to stop for sneezes, runny nose, and a runny eye. So let's let's try to jump through this.
Yeah, he did.
So The Crow is one of my all-time favorite movies, period. It's one of my favorite stories. It is my favorite revenge movie. It's almost perfect in my eyes. It is, though it doesn't follow the comic book to a T, it is a very, very close and very good adaptation, fitting everything in the movie while omitting certain things. I know they omitted like the horse and everything out of the comic book, and some people weren't a big fan of that. But it is what it is. I grew up watching The Crow on DVD, and seeing it in 4K for the first time was really an experience. Funny enough, I purchased this Blu-ray not too long ago at a record store secondhand for like $4 or something, and I hadn't even got to watch it on Blu-ray yet. My viewing of this movie only ever came from DVD. And a couple weeks ago, I get a package in the mail. And I just wanted to show you guys this as well. My good buddy Cinema Chris sent me the VHS tape of this movie because he knows that it's one of my all-time favorites, and it's been one that's been on my list to get for quite a while. So shout out to Cinema Chris. Go follow him on TikTok if you guys don't mind. But let's jump in to these two steelbooks here. Let's talk about picture quality. The picture quality of the new 4K scan blew me away. It doesn't take a lot to blow me away, to be honest. I am not a super techie person when it comes to this stuff. It's not really my thing, but I will tell you, if you are, my good friend Paul at Twin Flicks is doing a review of this disc as well. He does go very deep into the techie aspects of the scans and the transfers and the restoration work and the HDR coloration and everything. Speaking of HDR, Something that I am insanely surprised about with Paramount is that they included Dolby Vision on this release. That's not something I've found to be overly common with 4K releases from studios. A lot of boutique labels like Arrow does Dolby Vision pretty often. I think Shout Factory does it pretty often as well. But studios don't do a whole lot of Dolby Vision. Now I might be wrong on that. Paramount might do more Dolby Vision than not, but I know like Warner Brothers is pretty set now, like HDR10. Pretty sure Universal is too. But the Dolby Vision looks amazing. It really lends itself well. The color palette in this movie is a bunch of black, red, and blue, and all of those colors pop out with HDR so beautifully, and the Dolby Vision really, really, really helps it. I can't imagine going back to a non HDR grade color grade watching this movie. As far as bonus features go, we actually have two new bonus features as well as a collection of older bonus features. We have Shadows and Pain, Designing the Crow, and Sideshow Collectibles, an interview with Edward R. Pressman. We also get an audio commentary with director Alex Proyas, audio commentary with producer Jeff Most and screenwriter John Shirley, a behind the scenes featurette, a profile on James O'Barr, extended scenes, and deleted footage montage, and the trailer. I've seen some people express some disappointment that they didn't get any more make any more new features to put on this other than the two that they did. Some were expecting a tribute to Brandon Lee. I It doesn't disappoint me that much that there's not that many new features, because the new features they did add are pretty cool, and the old ones they have are pretty par for the course for studio movies, a behind the scenes featurette, some audio commentaries. You can't really ask for more. These aren't releases from a label like Arrow or something, so I don't expect a long laundry list of bonus features and interviews and stuff when a studio like Paramount is putting these out. Um, but what I will say I am happy about, blown away about, is just the quality and the TLC they put into these. Let's go over the physical presentations because I know that's what you're all here for. Let's start with this one. This one is the Walmart exclusive 4K steelbook. So it has a plastic slipcover, and here is the back. I'm a J card keeper. I'm surprised they did something a little bit weird with this. So there is a J card on over top of the slipcover. Like it's got the Lionsgate style plastic slipcover and a J card over top. They opted to do that instead of putting the J card like information printed on the back of this. There's the back of that, by the way. Um, so I actually like that because if you're the kind of person that doesn't care about the J card, you get the full artwork there. But I can just slip this right in here and keep my J card nice and safe and secure like that. I think that honestly, guys, studios, if you're listening, even boutique labels, if you guys are going to release steelbooks and have the plastic slipcovers, do that. I like that a lot more than even what Lionsgate does, and I'm a big fan of what Lionsgate does as far as printing the information on the back of the steelbook plastic slipcover. Okay, so take the slip off, and now the back of the slip is just a clear because they want to get like let you have the full artwork on the back. There is the back unobscured. Here is the front. This steelbook is nuts. I think this image of Brandon Lee is freaking beautiful. Uh, Here's the crow. Says this is the crow on the spine, and then opening it up, we have our inside art and our disc. Now, no disc art, just a standard black disc with the print. There is the inside artwork. Now, also another note: the insides of both steelbooks, the discs are the exact same, and the inside picture of both steelbooks are the exact same. There is no difference there. The only differences are the slipcovers and the outsides, and there is a like a minuscule difference on the J card. If I could stop having an allergy attack, I'd get into this other one. This is the Amazon exclusive one. Now, this one is actually my favorite of the two. I love the Walmart one, but this one is absolute fire. Again, get the J card, and here is that minuscule difference between the J cards on the Walmart one. Your banner is red, and on the Amazon one, the banner is white. There's the back, and sliding out, unobstructed, and it says "Real love is forever," and you got the wings and everything. That is carrying the guitar. This steelbook is amazing. And then the back it says "Victims aren't we all," which is what he says to 1010 before he kills him. Again, inside. I don't have the disc in here because the disc's actually in my 4K player right now. It's the same. Now for shits and giggles, I tried out putting like switching the slip covers, and I'll show you. I did this on my TikTok. I'll show you. It doesn't work when you put the Walmart slipcover cover over the Amazon steel. Doesn't work at all. But putting the Amazon steel over the Walmart slip looks fire. That looks absolutely incredible, and you cannot tell me otherwise. That is so freaking badass looking. That looks so freaking cool. All right, speaking of Cinema Chris, who gifted me this VHS copy of the he had an idea that he wanted me to try out. So I'm going to try this out just for him. Uh the American Psycho steel. How it's got the face that peels off. Yeah, we're gonna try it and see if it works on the Walmart steel. Hey, y'all, it kind of works. His mouth's way freaking smaller than his eyes in proportion, but it kind of works, bro. Look at that. That's great. That was a killer idea, Chris. That was a killer idea. All right, everybody, and there is a closer look at both the Amazon exclusive and the Walmart exclusive 4K steelbooks of The Crow from Paramount Pictures and Miramax. I absolutely love these releases. These are probably, to be honest with you, to be completely frank, I put this on the wrong way. Uh, my favorite steelbooks of the year so far. And honestly, they might be my favorite steelbooks of my collection. I am hard pressed to find some steelbooks that look cooler than these. That is just my opinion, though, and it is definitely a biased opinion because I absolutely love The Crow. I've stated it before many times. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of these. Are you gonna pick one of them up? Are you gonna pick both of them up? Are you just gonna settle with the regular 4K with the slipcover? Are you gonna wait until these are long out of print and the slipcover's gone and you're just gonna pick up the regular 4K? Let me know what you're gonna do in the comments below. Regardless, I think that if you enjoy this movie, then you should absolutely check out these steelbooks or just the 4K disc because they are freaking fantastic. This movie looks so good in 4K with that Dolby Vision HDR color grade. I am in love with it. It's one of my favorite 4K discs. It's one of my favorite steelbooks. Yeah, it's such a good release. Paramount did such a great job. Paramount, I know you're not listening to this. I'm far too small of a content creator for you to give a shit. But thank you for giving a movie that is more of a cult classic, more underrated in my opinion. Thank you for giving it such a like loving release, such a great physical media presentation, and even more than that, thank you for putting in so much effort for the scan, the 4K restoration of it because it looks fantastic. The team that you guys had working on The Crow did a wonderful job. So thank you for that. Thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more. Go follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and go follow the Masters of Matinee YouTube account and TikTok. We're making new content over there all the time. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you next time.